Terror out on the tarmac at DIA after a fire forced passengers to evacuate this American Airlines flight. Plus, a so-called road diet plan has some people concerned that heavy traffic could be rerouted into their neighborhoods.
And lots of sunshine and potential record-breaking heat. I'll have all the details, plus when we'll get some relief. Coming up in just a bit.
But first, we're keeping an eye on a fire that is burning out of control and forcing evacuations north of Durango. Good morning, I'm Lauren Scafidi. The Elkhorn fire is burning partially in La Plata, but mostly in the San Juan National Forest. So far, it has scorched 145 acres. Evacuation orders and road closures are in effect right now. So let's take a look. The green areas that you're about to see on your screen here, they are the go evacuate now orders, if we can pull those up. The yellow areas are under set pre-evacuation order. So there's an evacuation shelter open at Escalante Middle School. There you can see the green and the yellow on your screen. Right now, there are no reports of containment. Firefighters are gaining ground on a few other wildfires burning around the state, many of them on the western slope. The state's largest wildfire is almost halfway contained. This is the Turner Gulch fire, and it's burned close to 30 square miles near Gateway in Mesa County. We're told that lightning sparked the fire. Burning nearby is the Wright Draw fire. That one is more than 90% contained. It's much smaller too, just a little less than 500 acres. Further east, firefighters are battling the Sow Valley fire. For more than 2 weeks, it's been burning in 3 counties. That's Mesa, Delta, and Montrose. Thankfully, it is 95% contained. It's burned about 3.5 square miles. These are just some of the fires, though, burning right now in our state. For the latest information on some of the other ones, you can head over to our website, 9news.com. This morning, we're getting a first look at a possible game changer in the fight against those wildfires. The man leading the mission lives right here in Colorado. A new satellite designed to detect wildfires just started sending back its first images. This is so cool. A nonprofit called Wildfire Alliance launched the satellite. It can spot fires from 370 miles above the earth, even ones that are really, really small. Colorado's Division of Fire Prevention and Control is just one of 8 early test partners helping to refine the technology right now. The goal is to deploy a full constellation of 52 satellites covering the entire globe by 2030.
We are seeing the images and the data coming from the satellite that is going to change the way we understand fires and change the way our firefighters can respond to wildfires. Dispatch centers will be able to see emerging fires happen, see which ones are hot, which ones are low intensity, which are moving.
The Wildfire Alliance plans to launch 3 more satellites next year, and all of them are funded through donations. Bringing it back to the metro area, taking a live look at Boulder this morning. Not a cloud in the sky, and we are cranking up the heat. Let's check in with meteorologist Keely Chalmers for a look at today's forecast. We're talking 98-ish today, Keely, and then triple digits tomorrow. Wow.
Absolutely, and that is going to be getting us into record territory when it comes to the heat. Yeah, if you have outdoor activities you want to get done today, the earlier certainly the better, as temperatures right now quite pleasant. We're in the upper 60s, low 70s around the metro area, but we're going to be warming up quickly as we head into the afternoon. Live radar, we're quiet. We got the ridge of high pressure in place, and that is going to keep us quiet for the next couple of days and keep us quite warm. Here's a look at our hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to be in the mid-80s by 10 o'clock this morning. And then we are in the 90s by noon, rising up to the mid-90s by 2 o'clock. So again, we've got a lot of sunshine, not much relief when it comes to the heat today and tomorrow, but then we do start a cool down. So that high heat topping our weather headlines for this Sunday. We do have a bit of haze, you'll notice, and that is from the wildfire smoke from those wildfires burning out west. Storms returning the forecast, as well as some cooler temperatures as we head toward the middle part of the week. We'll talk more about that coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you so much. This morning, Denver police investigating 2 overnight shootings. The first happened just around midnight, just a couple blocks from Coors Field. 3 victims were involved in that shooting, but we don't know how badly they were hurt. There is no suspect information right now. The second shooting happened at around 1:30 this morning near the 7-Eleven at North Federal Boulevard and West 5th Avenue. One person was hurt, but we're told their injuries are not life-threatening. We are making calls on both of these shootings this morning, and of course, we will update you as soon as we learn more. Also new overnight, Aurora police are investigating after someone shot a man while he was just in his car in a parking lot. Responders took him to the hospital with serious injuries. According to APD, all of this happened just after midnight in the parking lot of the Cherry Ridge Apartments. The victim told officers that he was just sitting in his car when a group of strangers came up to him. They didn't talk for very long before he was shot. If you have any information, you're asked to call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. That number is listed at the bottom of your screen.
America 3023, you got a lot of smoke. America 3023, there was some flames. Looks like the smoke's kind of dying down a bit. And you are actually on fire. America 3023, the fire trucks are leaving the station now. They should be there in about 1 minute.
Scary stuff. You just heard the audio from air traffic control after an incident on American Airlines Flight 3023. It was supposed to take off from Denver International Airport yesterday afternoon, but it didn't even make it off the runway. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj breaks down what went wrong.
An American Airlines flight with 179 people on board falters on the runway at Denver International Airport.
About halfway to takeoff speed, we hear a big bang and a pop.
Until one of the wheels flies off the plane and into a nearby field.
The pilot immediately started abort procedures for taking off. You could feel him start to hit the brakes.
Sean Williams was on the first leg of a family trip to Buenos Aires.
A few seconds later, someone's kind of looking out the window and yells fire. My biggest thing was I was just hoping that it stays on the runway.
Emergency slides were deployed, allowing passengers to get off the plane.
We were going down them. I mean, even when I was out on the wing, I started to see a fire engine spraying the tire and everything.
American Airlines tells 9 News one passenger was taken to the hospital with a minor injury.
I've been flying for almost 60 years and I've never had to evacuate a plane.
The airline says the plane, a Boeing 737 MAX 8, had experienced a maintenance issue involving a tire before takeoff.
Luckily, we weren't airborne yet. Otherwise, I don't know how you would land without the landing gear.
Fortunately, everyone on board managed to make it off safely. Many able to be rebooked on other flights.
And so they're rerouting us. We're going to miss out on 2 days of our trip, but at least everyone's safe.
That was Shalima Maharaj reporting. Several passengers told us the plane was out on the runway for close to an hour before trying to take off. The FAA says they will be investigating. A woman who tripped and fell at DIA lost her lawsuit against the city. That's according to our partners at the Denver Gazette. The woman was traveling through DIA in August of 2021 when she tripped on a floor mat. Falling to the ground, she allegedly got a traumatic brain injury because of it. Last month, a federal appeals court ruled that Denver is not liable for the floor mat the woman tripped on. The court said the mat was in a TSA screening area and not Denver's responsibility to maintain. The woman argued the city owed her a duty to keep the airport floor safe, but the judges said she failed to prove Denver had any control over the mat.